Om Bhurбhuvassuham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayandam.
Sairam everyone. So continue our videos on Sathya Sai, our beloved Swami. So today once again I'm going to speak about certain materials based on one of my book with my personal experiences and memories about Sathya Sai Baba. Well, first volume, chapter number 64. Sathya Sai Baba is eternal spirit, present everywhere and always. That's the title. Well, there are many questions. There are many people who ask that questions, and one of them is, what is the future of Sathya Sai tradition? Of course, when he was in his physical body, so actually, it was possible to come to his ashram Prashanti Nilayam, enjoy his darshan, divine discourses, and for some people even to speak with him personally. So I was lucky enough to be his translator for the Russian-speaking people. So it means for me it was always a chance to speak with him quite on the physical level, quite personally, not only to experience something on subtle level, but quite just to speak with him. But the question is, what next? And I think it is absolutely obvious that Sathya Sai as divine absolute consciousness is, of course, beyond any physical limitations or just beyond any time frames. So in his own village in Puttaparthi, that's South Indian state of Andhra Pradesh, in his ashram we have a tomb, his Samadhi Mandiram, and devotees and just any visitors may come and enjoy peaceful meditation just next to his Samadhi Mandiram, that's tomb, in Sanskrit. And actually people continue to experience his presence, of course, even now. And it's absolutely obvious that even in hundreds and thousands of years, people will experience his presence. It's like, few thousands of years back was Krishna, Buddha, or Jesus the Christ, but all that greatest avatars of the past, we can experience them just right now when we practice meditation, or for example mystical and lucid dreams. That's also a very powerful tool to communicate with all divine beings. Of course, our Swami Sri Sathya Sai, like number one among them. So it means even now, in many different ways, people relate, communicate, experience Sathya Sai as guide, as actual guru. Of course, I may advise everyone to visit as often as possible Prashanti Nilayam, his main ashram, and just meditate and practice personal prayers just next to his tomb, so Samadhi Mandiram. That is the point, that is the location of, extremely powerful grace and divine vibration. Of course, there are many other possibilities. You can meditate, concentrate your heart, your mind, your consciousness on Sathya Sai, even if you stay far away, maybe in different parts of India, or maybe in any other country. You can stay in Europe, the United States, Russia, China, Japan, Australia, and just meditate. And you can use, for example, his photos, which are very powerful, which are not usual at all. When you concentrate on his form and his name, so you can experience his grace, his guidance. And his guidance is multi-level, as we know. That was while he was in his physical form, and that we can experience right now as well. What does it mean multi-level? It means, of course, on the top level, that's spiritual questions, how to meditate, how to experience divine consciousness. That's the top level. But at the same time, we have so many different spiritual gurus, masters all over the world, and quite many of them, they easily say that, meditation, self-realization, enlightenment, that's important. But if you ask any so-called human, social, material questions, that's not good, people say. But nothing is not important for Sathya Sai. It's like everything is important. If it is important for you, if it is like actual question for you, means you can pray and receive guidance, blessings, help. Family life. Who created family? God. It means if you pray to God about your children and grandchildren, your parents, so of course you receive support. Maybe you can contact any just normal guru, and he can say, no, family is illusion, you don't need to worry about it. But God, he helping, regarding each moment, he is just helping you regarding any question, if it is important for you, to you, means that's important for God. Health, any creative projects, everything. So, and it's really amazing that even now tomb, his relics, his Samadhi Mandiram, like living presence of Bhagavan. You can speak and you can receive. And of course, your meditation and your mystical and lucid dreams, as I already told actually many times in my previous videos, that's also huge connecting tool with Sathya Sai. Of course, some devotees, maybe they have more experience regarding meditation and knowledge about Sathya Sai philosophy, and some devotees, maybe they have less knowledge or less experience. And of course we have to be very careful, because sometimes it's happened a little bit and sometimes hugely when different devotees starting to they try to be a kind of betweeners, but let's remember that very important foundation for Sathya Sai philosophy is a direct, from heart to heart contact with God. And when I read scriptures like Mahabharata or Bhagavatam or Christian Bible, everywhere we see the same message: direct connection with God, with divinity. It doesn't matter what kind of forms and names different scriptures can mention. Well, if you take my favorite Vedic scripture, Bhagavatam, or Christian Bible, different cultural environments, different names, different details, but the essence is basically the same. God is the essence and the source of your soul. You don't need betweeners. You have to be able to communicate with your own source directly. And of course, for some people, it's quite easy, for some people not. Then we can't be misled by somebody who can pretend that, okay, you need somebody to help you to communicate with Sathya Sai, but it's strongly against Sathya Sai philosophy. So it means if at the moment, maybe for some of you, difficult to listen and hear, to receive personal guidance, maybe it's sometimes difficult for some of you, but please learn how to do this. Just meditate, just practice japa, Gayatri mantra, Sathya Sai Gayatri mantra. Concentrate your mind and heart on Swami, and step by step you will learn how to communicate with him right now, personally. Do not let cheaters mislead you, because that's never, our Swami supported that kind of business, when somebody's trying to speak on behalf of him. That's not the way. So it means just try to establish this connection stronger and stronger. Okay? God bless you. God bless all of us. Sai Ram. So remind you that on my website, on some other platforms, on my website debansky.com, the easiest way to download my 3 books about Sathya Sai absolutely for free. That's my gift. It's prasadam. Sai Ram. See you next time.
Om Bhurбhuvah Svaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayantam